And we have a no video evidence edition of the Doing All Right podcast here on this lovely Wednesday. Me and Bryan Broaddus sitting up here kicking it with y'all at the headquarters and all that. About to give y'all some fire. I got some quarterback takes today that are bound to be problematic with you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to touch on Jermod McCoy, his pro day. Bryan Broaddus got some inside information, even though I didn't see a whole bunch of drills of him planting and cutting.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to go to Bryan's information for that. People thought I was hating on Jermod, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Sure.
But ladies and gentlemen, Bryan has birthed another child.
Boofed?
I'm from Mississippi. He has given birth to another child.
Yes, I have.
Bryan Broaddus has created a new how old are you?
62.
And they say it never run out. You know what I'm saying? They say we can be as old as we want to. Our creative juices don't never run out. Bryan has given birth. Show the child.
This is something that's been in the making for a long time. And I am so proud of this because it's a saying that's always been tagged to me. And this is something that goes way back. And hell, I even said this when I was in scouting. And so that tells you how long I've been in media, as long as I've been in scouting. But I've always come up with this. I came up with a saying a while back called the NFL is a strange lady. When something, you can't explain it. Something happens. Dallas beats Atlanta on a watermelon onside kick. Why?
Strange lady.
The NFL is a strange lady. Well, here we go, Vachi. They finally came in. My T-shirts came in. Yeah, the NFL is a strange lady.
Put us on folk.
Yeah, there we go. Vachi. There we go. There we go. Right there. So this is going to be a limited run of the NFL strange lady. We could get them on our websites. You could go on there. I know a lot of people over the years have asked me about that. Like, hey, when are you ever going to put that on a shirt? Vachi's got it. I got Vachi a hoodie there. So we could do the hoodies, we could do the T-shirts that come in various colors and
whatever
stuff.
merch you want, huh?
Whatever merch you want, we're going to do that. And so what I need you to do, like I say, this is just a limited run. This is a limited run. We're going to do this through the draft.
Okay.
So that's your one opportunity to finally grab a shirt. But I hope you do. If you've always been one of those guys or gals that said, Broaddus, you need to put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
We finally put it on a shirt.
It's on a shirt.
So make sure you go to crownglobalmedia.com.
Yeah.
You go on the merch link. You could also get other things. I know our stack notebooks are doing really well. We got the tumblers. We've got other hoodies. I was on with Foots the King last night. Foots had on a Crown Global Media hat. Appreciate everybody doing those kinds of things. So thank you. That's my baby. And for all you guys and gals that asked about it, go online and order one of those because it's only going to be for the next month. When the draft's done, we're done on the shirt.
It's a real shirt.
Real shirt.
It's not AI.
Nope.
April Fools and all that.
No April Fools today.
Real shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Real shirt.
Shouts out to us. Go over there and get you one. Appreciate you so much, Bryan. And
thank you.
Hey man, appreciate y'all for your pre-service. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know
there we go.
Thank you for your service. I love y'all. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bryan, I made a tweet yesterday, Bryan.
Trying to piss people off again?
Never on purpose, Bryan.
Yeah.
That's why I got to come to this show and fix it. Yeah, babe.
Well, you come to our show and fix it.
Because people are looking for me to fix it, so we get views by me fixing it.
Yeah.
And okay, never mind. I thought something was going on.
You were a distracted player there for a moment.
Yeah, I was like, well, they drew me outside there. False start. Bryan, so Jermod McCoy had his pro day yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
It's a very important pro day.
Did you feel good about it? Did you feel better about it? Did you feel the fact that he had a pro day? Did you feel better about it?
It's a very important pro day, Bryan. So I got on the internet yesterday. Yeah. I was just looking for video of it. I couldn't find a whole bunch of video. I saw people saying, hey man, he ran fast.
I was surprised.
He jumped high. He jumped far. Okay? And I was like, hey man.
Oh, here we go.
That's hard. Here we go.
Yeah.
Did Jermod do drills today? Any video of him? Did I say of he? Damn. Any video of him planting full speed or anything like that?
Are you just, what are you saying? What was the final link?
I'm not trying to be that guy.
I'm just asking.
And look, people been watching me long enough. They know when I'm trying to be that guy.
You're being that guy right now.
This time, I'm not quite trying to be that guy.
What?
I'm not quite trying to be that guy. People think I hate Jermod McCoy. Jermod McCoy is 5th on my big board.
Yeah.
He's 5.
You do like him.
He's higher than Mansour Delane on my big board. But I don't care about him running the 40.
This is the scout, though, in you, right?
This the scout in me.
The scout. You're not being fan. You're being scout. You're like, listen, I want to see him. I saw him do an 80% drill, and it didn't look good.
And I know about. I'm no doctor. I'm not Dr. Cooper or hella trash, but I know that straight line speed.
Yeah.
Ain't a part of your ACL recovery like that.
Right.
It's more of the cutting, the sideways, right?
Right.
He plays corner. So the thing about defense is like you're reactive. You have to be reactive or whatever, right? So the one thing I wanted to see is not him running. I didn't even get to see him jumping up or jumping out.
Yeah.
We saw him running, but I wanted to see him cut. I wanted to see him immediately
plant and go. Yeah.
Plant and go. That's his job as a corner. So I really wasn't trying to be that guy. I love Jermod McCoy. And if Jermod McCoy got a clean bill of health, I would love him to be on my team somehow. We'll talk about that in a second or whatever.
Yeah.
But I literally just wanted to see him plant and go. I wanted to see those drills that I was talking about where the coaches make him uncomfortable.
Right.
If it was his left knee, I wanted to see them make him open up, turn, plant real hard on that left knee and go.
Right.
That's what I wanted to see.
Right.
I saw Jermod McCoy
run real fast straight ahead.
Run a 40 straight ahead.
Yeah.
And I saw him do a change, but a hip opening drill.
Right.
Looked a little stiff, but he hadn't played football in 18 months or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And some people said he had a little limp at the end. I ain't considered the limp to be a ridiculous limp that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I wanted to see Jermod McCoy plant and go.
Yeah.
Somebody even jumped on the comments and said, yeah, well, as part of the pro day circuit this year, teams have been given a whole bunch of video access. I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because Jermod McCoy, especially if you Tennessee, you want to shine on your guys.
Well, the videos that were being promoted were the Rocky Top Insider.
Sure.
That's the one who was putting out the videos.
So I actually saw this video and I'm like, hey, man, so let me just see. A little stiff, a
little clunky.
Turning left is a little stiff.
A little stiff.
Opening left is a little stiff to me.
Yeah.
I still love the player.
Yeah.
Even if he's stiff now, he won't be stiff next year.
Yeah.
He won't be hurt guy like that next year. He hadn't played football in a long time. So he's been But you have been rehabbing for a while.
Right.
Cool. Brian, I know you have a report in your
I had a scout from another team. Not the Dallas Cowboys.
From another team.
From another team.
I should have asked you pre-show what team.
Yeah.
But I'll ask you after. Go ahead and say what they said.
Yeah.
And I'll give my verdict.
Okay, I had a scout from a team that was participating. A lot of teams are at Tennessee for this workout. Yeah. But I had one of my scout buddies who was there to watch the workout. He said, listen, the guy ran 140, 439 is what I had him at. He said he was good in drills. He says more fluid than explosive.
I think that's important. But go ahead.
More fluid than explosive. Good in the hips. Yeah. I said, did you see any issues with him moving? I kind of tried to go, and he says, no issues with moving at all. Impressive vertical and broad. We talked about that. I said, was there any reason not to draft him? Did you see any? Are you going to go back to your team and say any reason not to draft this guy? He said, no, he looked good to go for me.
I think that's a loaded response because, he's going to get drafted.
Yeah.
The thing about the Cowboys.
I was asking him for this particular team,
1,000%.
This scout he was a national scout, he's going to go back to his team and say, listen, what I saw in the workout, and they're going to get the tape. They're going to be able to get the tape of the workout, so they'll be able to have a little bit more of an access on that of the other stuff as well.
I would love to know what team that is because it's going to.
I'll tell you after we get done.
Okay, because if it's
I can't out my gang.
No. If it's a team drafting,
put it this way:
if it's a team drafted in the 30s, right?
They're drafted behind Dallas.
Okay, cool. That helps me.
They're behind Dallas. They're not ahead of Dallas. They're behind Dallas.
That helps. Okay,
but they're a good defensive team.
That's perfect. Okay,
cool. I mean, they're when you talk about their defensive players, you're like going, oh, okay, I get it here.
Let's say for example,
this is not a poor evaluating defensive team.
Let's say, for example, this doesn't exist, right? But if you had a gang of 7 member in Cleveland.
Yes.
And they say, oh, yeah, we'll take them at 6. I think that means something different.
If you had
a gang of 7 guy in New England or something, and we'll take him at 31. I think those two things are different. Which is where Cowboy context comes into play now. Do you still feel good to take him at 12? Because that's the big conversation around him. He's a top 5 player on my board. Or is he a 20 guy for you?
Yeah.
Or how you worded it, do you draft him? I think we all will draft him.
Right.
Where is the big question now? And I think where I land on this, Brian, I would love for the draft gods to smile upon us.
Yeah.
I would love for them to help us out with one time and go, hey, man, let me get Caleb Downs at 12. And if this dude falls to 20, I think that's your haul right there. I think the ideal haul that I want.
Let me ask you this, though, real quick.
Please.
Ideal haul. And I'll circle back while I have this fresh in my mind.
Gotcha.
If you're not going to take him at 12, are you going to take him at 20?
I would take him at 20.
You feel more comfortable taking him at 20 just from the eyeball test of the little bit you saw?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I would take him at 20. I'm going to listen to your scouts and believe him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna believe in the idea that it has been a long time since he's played, but he should be rehabbing. Like, so his knee should be fine. And ultimately, even if he did tear his ACL in 24, it ain't gonna still be towing 27, 28, 29.
Yeah.
If he's a first round pick, that's a 5-year conversation for me.
Right.
And he's a guy that's 5th on my board. I think that's a big part about the Revel returns, right?
Right.
If Revel was the first or second corner on your board, and you get him in the 3rd round, the idea is once he gets healthy, and it may not have been last year, but once he's fully healthy, fully recovered, and the mentals are good, man, you get a top 2 corner on your team in 2 or 3 years.
Right.
I think that's my big plan about McCoy. 12th overall pick, I want that dude to help me as much as he possibly can right now at full strength. If we talking about the 20th overall pick, if Jermod got to sit for 6 months or a year, I could live with that a little better. I don't know if I could live with that as my 12th guy.
Him or Messidor? I know you said you had him 5th in the stack, but is it one of those things where you're looking at other players at 20 that you would pass on him with?
The difference is, and both would be great value according to my board at 20.
Right.
Messidor is my 14th guy, Jermod is 5. So if you get either one of those guys at 20, it's high value for me.
Right.
The difference is Messidor got the foot thing, and he's my age, but I saw him play last year.
Right.
He was phenomenal last year.
Right.
Jermod was
out the whole year.
Years ago.
But I remind everybody out there that Micah Parsons didn't play his last year because of COVID. Neither did Penny Sewell.
That's facts.
Those guys sat out.
Chasing all those guys.
They sat out.
Sure.
They completely sat out the year. So I'm trying to I've come to this realization, and I said it, I think, yesterday. I said it on 105.3 The Fan. I like this kid enough to draft at 12.
I like him a ton, yeah.
I really do. But the problem I'm running into is if they don't do it, and this is selfish me, I don't want to fight them on draft night.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there and say they made an absolute stupid mistake here.
You don't want to make the decision.
If they're not going to draft him, I hope that somebody at Cincinnati or Washington or Miami or one of those teams.
So just in case he's great, you go, hey man, we wasn't even going to draft him no way.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say I don't want him to be great.
Yeah.
And Dallas just says no.
No.
This is the team you and I cover. Yeah. Does that sound? What am I making sense?
Sure. And if he goes,
I don't want them to have to. I don't want.
If he goes to Washington and kick our ass twice a year, and we got to cover him and go, hey man, hey.
Well, they didn't have a chance.
Yeah, we.
But you know what? I mean, I would rather that than him pass Dallas at 12, get drafted, and then be great, and I'm not, and then I'm going. See, I have that. At least I have something with Randy Moss. Going back all the way to 1998 when I ran the draft in Philly.
Randy was on the board.
Jeff Lurie told me to take him off the board. Yeah. So to me, he took the decision out of my hands. Yeah. He just said, Brian, I don't feel comfortable taking Randy Moss.
Do you have his number still?
Who?
Jeff Lurie?
Oh, I have it. Yeah. When I see Mr. Lurie, we talk about this all the time.
I would love to talk to him on the podcast if he will. I just want his Randy Moss take.
Oh no, I'll tell you another one. The Randy Moss. He was but he let me draft Jeremiah Trotter.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things that Jeff Lurie helped me with. He gave me an opportunity to run a draft. I never got to run another draft after that. Yeah. He gave me the opportunity to do that. I appreciate that. But he told me I don't feel comfortable with Randy Moss. He took the decision out of my hands.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there and kill Dallas.
That's tough. Yeah.
For not taking this guy.
Yeah. I'll say this.
That's a personal thing with me.
Yeah.
Personal.
So we talk about the big six on defense, right?
Yeah.
The 2 linebackers, the 2 pass rushers, the corner and the safety.
Yeah.
The lane and the safety.
Yeah.
If it's Jermod McCoy versus the big six, does he move up your big six ranking? Top tier defensive players, right?
Yeah.
We don't know who's going to get there. Let's just say 3 members of the big six are there. Let's say Downs, Bain, and McCoy's there. Does McCoy move up the list because you say he's healthy?
Yeah.
Or does McCoy fall down the list because it's questions, but you feel like he's healthy enough to take it?
I'm not. It's a lot like that kid that Bell that we talk about from Louisville.
Yeah.
That got hurt, and you kind of give him his due. But to me, this guy's.
Where is he on your board? Where is he on your board? Jermod
okay,
McCoy.
let me do it this for you this way.
Please.
He's number 1, he's cornerback 1.
Yeah.
Okay. The guys that I probably would take over him defensively. Defensively.
Yes, sir.
I would take Downs, I would take Reese, and I would take Bain. Those are the 3 guys I would take over him.
So you feel so good about the pro day. If it was him and Delane on the board, you taking him over Delane?
I have him over Delane. I'm going to have him over Delane on my stack.
Gotcha. You have full confidence in him.
I do.
What do you think the Cowboys think?
I think 3 weeks ago, you and I had this discussion, and this was out without a workout. I know Dallas had guys there doing the workout, but 3 weeks ago, I was told, I went on our program right here on Crown Global Media, said this. I don't think Dallas is going to take McCoy. Been told, I don't think Dallas is going to take McCoy. They don't have time for red shirt, hurt guy, and all that. I still want to believe that's the case. But if we get, listen, I've also heard that they didn't like Hill, the linebacker from Texas.
You think that's chumming the water right now, and that they're really cranking down on McCoy getting ready to take him? You think that's chumming?
I would like to believe that yesterday's pro day at least made them feel a little bit better. Now there's going to be guys, trainers at the Cowboys, they're going to analyze that tape. They're going to analyze the workout tape. The trainers are going to look at it. They're going to go, well, he doesn't look like he's planting very well off that knee. Mm-hmm. He doesn't look like he's very confident off that knee. I reached out to some trainers when we saw the 80% workout. Yeah. They go, it doesn't look like he's very confident. Looks like he's a little behind in the rehab. That's the comments they were making. Yeah. Cowboy trainers carry a big stick in that processing. Big stick. So to me, Scout Guy is going to get mad at Britt Brown and Jim Maurer because I'm like, what do you mean? He's moving around. Okay, let's go ahead and fail him on the physical and let somebody else draft him. And the same thing happened with us and Larry Allen. Damn doctor in Green Bay, Pat McKenzie, great guy. Larry Allen, every time we played the Cowboys, Ron Wolf, the journalist, went to Dr. McKenzie. C73, he's going to kick our ass today. He kind of did it tongue-in-cheek, having fun. Yeah. But really, he was serious. When you have a say, a big say in the middle, and listen, the Cowboy doctors and trainers are outstanding. I've been with them for 14 years. They're outstanding. But this is one of those things as a scout, I think I'd kind of fight. I'd fight for this one. Yeah. I would fight. I would say, guys, he worked out. Yeah. He ran 4. They'll say, well, Bryan, he ran 4.39 straight ahead. What does he look like turning? What does he look like? Well, I saw him. He's turning. He's da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. So I think there's 3 players I would take over him on the defensive side of the ball. That's it.
McCoy or Love right now?
Wow.
If you get wiped out of your big six, the running backs on the board, and Jermod McCoy, what you got?
Is this for the Dallas Cowboys or is this for Bryan Broaddus?
Dallas Cowboys.
They need a corner.
They do.
They need a corner.
Jeremiah love him.
But they could sure damn use Jeremiah Love too. Last night, my 87-year-old dad, my girlfriend Michelle I had him watch. We were kind of doing the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And so while I was writing my report, I had him watch Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
My dad actually liked Johnson from Nebraska better than Love.
Emmett Johnson.
He says, gosh, that guy's he hits that hole really hard.
Shouts out to Pops, man.
He was my 87.
He ain't right, but shouts out to Pops.
But he's like, I like this Johnson kid. Yeah. I think the Cowboys would take McCoy. Mm-hmm. I do. Me personally, Love is going to stack higher on my board than McCoy.
On my board, Love is 3 and Jermod McCoy is 5.
There you go.
So right there.
Who's in between?
Ruben Bain.
That's man.
Ruben Bain is 4. Reese, Downs, Love, Bain, McCoy is my top 5.
So you and I would take Love.
We would take Love over McCoy. I probably still would. And Brian, I've shot dice in bad neighborhoods with dangerous people.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous.
Right.
But if you shooting dice in a neighborhood, like you need the money, like it's an investment.
Yeah.
To shoot dice in that kind of neighborhood, it's a high risk, but the reward is stupid.
Sure.
Brian, me shooting dice in the bathroom here, if those two are on the board,
yeah, you're taking Love.
I'm taking Love.
Yeah.
And I'm shooting the dice, hoping that in 6 picks, Jermod McCoy will still be there.
Yeah. You're hoping that everybody else sees the same.
That's shooting dice in a bad neighborhood right there.
Man. I would absolutely take Love. Mm-hmm. But I think they would take McCoy.
He's so nice. I got him better than Delane, Brian. I have him better than Delane.
I do too. And trust me, Delane, watching him play every single week, and they wouldn't throw the ball at him, and all of a sudden South Carolina, Florida, these teams line up in 4th down, and they're trying to keep a drive going. What do? They throw the ball at Delane, he knocks it down.
Yeah.
I'm like, you hadn't thrown at him the whole damn game, and now you're going to throw at him? Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. Listen, let's be honest here. Mm-hmm. Delane might be the cleanest player of the guys we've got, right? The cleanest of the corners. There's questions about McCoy.
Of corners, yes.
What's the situation with Terrell at Clemson? And I've got Cisse up there.
Yeah.
There's people telling me, well, Cisse might be a little bit of an immature guy.
I heard he's soft too. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Film cool. All I got is film. All I got is film.
Film's cool.
All I got is film.
But now all of a sudden, the cleanest player might be the first corner taken out of there. You might have to make a decision about a hurt guy up another potential hurt guy. Even though Terrell has played, I mean, you can watch him on tape play. Is his hamstring a bad situation? Is this something now he's going to have to deal with? He ran twice. I mean, 4.65, 4.6, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, where are we there?
Cowboy aside, right? Where do you think McCoy falls? Let's say the Cowboys don't draft him at 12 or 20. Where do you think he falls now? Do you think that teams have faith in him now and he goes as high as he should be? Or you think some teams don't want to deal with the injury stuff at all? He'll kind of fall a little bit. Because Will Johnson fell, and he was one of the better corners in the draft.
Well, Will Johnson fell, I think, because he didn't run.
He didn't want to run, yeah.
And maybe there were some questions about Will Johnson's knee.
Injury, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think to me, this is in a way maddening when you watch, because I agree with you about McCoy and where he stacks.
It's a lot of variables at play.
I just don't know until I hear, and we've got 3 weeks, and these guys are going to get back. I think Indiana's pro day is today. That's the last one. And then we've got Tyson is going to do a pro day on the 17th. I think we're down to that. I kind of feel like, though, to me, when they start stacking this board, I'm going to trust that 3 weeks ago that I heard the right information. Yeah. And maybe they're not going to do something with this guy. And that's why the selfish side of me wants him gone before Dallas picks. Because I don't want to call them. I don't want to call them out on this one.
Yeah.
But they know more information than I do about the player.
You know?
They know a lot more information than I do about the player.
Man, it's gonna be interesting.
You think they draft him?
I think they will draft him. I think where they draft him matters.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it got to be 12 or 20. I think there's no way he gets to 92. Yeah. It'll be 12 or 20.
Yeah.
If they draft him at 12, man, I think we just crossing our fingers going, hey, man, I hope
We're shooting dice in a bad area, right?
In a bad area, in the bathroom in particular.
Yeah.
Because that make it different. Shooting dice, it's high risk.
Yeah.
High reward, though. You know what I'm saying? If you can get that dude on your team and he's healthy and he's good to go, somebody got to sit down.
Yeah.
I think he's
he'll sit somebody down.
I think he's that damn good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with the question marks associated with him and a little bit of stiffness I see in his hips,
yeah,
he should be ready for training camp and all that.
Yeah.
I would just, boy, it'll be a haul if you get a top dude at 12 and you get this guy at 20.
If you go BPA, it's him and Love.
Yeah.
On my board.
Love's my best guy.
Love, I'm taking Love.
I'm taking Love. He's different. Love.
Yeah.
He's different. But
yeah.
I
agree.
Brian, let's get into these quarterbacks, man. Begrudgingly.
I could see people right now screaming at us in a good way.
They can scream, man.
It's
a polarizing conversation.
But screaming in a way like, have you seen how historically bad this defense is? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I have.
I don't care about people's.
No, I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just. And I read the comments every day, and I appreciate the comments.
I love the comments. What I'm saying is, I don't care about when people say, "Voch, the defense is bad."
Yeah,
you got to draft defense no matter what. That's not something I believe in.
That does not. Yeah, thank you for
that. Ain't something I believe in personally. I draft one of these offensive players and I lose no sleep.
Yeah,
celebrating.
You've been very much up front about that.
Very much so.
All right.
So that's that.
Can I convince you in a quarterback from Arkansas or a quarterback from Penn State?
Not at 12 and 20.
No. But can I convince you in one?
Not at 92 neither. Or at one. I ain't trying to draft quarterback this year. But if you one of these teams that needs quarterback, boy, we got a little conversation for y'all. Brian?
Yeah.
I'll just keep it in order for the sake of it, for it being in order. Well, let's talk about our favorite guys, and then we'll talk about the other guys.
Yeah.
So let's go Drew Allar first. For me, this is me.
I don't disagree with you.
Brian.
Yeah.
Let's get into the Parcells facts.
All right.
And then we're going to go back and forth on them, Brian. Drew Allar, Penn State, over 4 years, 35 starts, 26 wins. Parcells are like that.
Sure.
61 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Parcells would deal.
He could deal with that.
6'5", 228. Okay.
Yeah.
Parcells can handle that as well. Brian, some of these other quarterbacks had me a little bored. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
When I got to Drew Allar, boy, I watched. So he got hurt this year.
Yeah.
He had to sit out. So most of my film was last year. I did watch 25 Oregon.
Yeah.
24 USC, 24 Boise, and 24 Notre Dame, I believe. Yeah. 24 Notre Dame playoffs. When he was in playoffs. So just kind of going down the games, whatever. 25 Oregon, I saw his arm talent immediately.
Yeah.
I saw the arm talent. He's making big boy throws. He can throw. He can get the ball anywhere. Mm-hmm. It'll be a couple times where he'll be drifting, Brian. Mm-hmm. He'll be drifting like this, and he'll just kind of flick the ball a little.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And it fly off his hands.
It comes off in a hurry.
I think he has a good feel for improv when he's in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll move around. He'll scramble. He's not one of the more runny guys.
He's not
in this class.
But he's not going to be a detriment running the ball.
He's not bad athlete.
There you go.
He's not bad athlete.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll run. Other times he's just trying to make the play extend a little bit. But when he is kind of on the run a little, I don't want him throwing on the run too much.
Yeah.
Because I think he's best when he's on time. His feet are planted. He get to go through the mechanics and let it rip. I think he's best there.
Yeah.
But he does have that, and I don't want to keep using, because he's Pat Mahomes, but he has that thing where he can kind of run, flick his wrist, and the ball will fly.
It is amazing how it comes off his hand.
He has that, Brian. So I thought he was really good in Oregon 25.
Yeah.
Brian, I watched him USC 24.
Yeah.
Driving the football, Brian.
Yeah.
On ropes, Brian. I didn't think of him as a big layer guy, like he layers the ball or whatever,
No.
but he does flick it and it goes where it needs to go.
How about just throwing in between defenders, like
windows and all that?
Yeah.
He did a bunch of this.
Yeah.
I did think that USC in this game in particular, they did some coverage things to kind of shake him up a little bit.
Right.
Kind of threw a pick here or there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he also has some good throws too. So maybe that's him trying to be hero guy. And it was the first game of the season, I believe. So he had to kind of settle down and do his thing. Bryan, when he got the Boise playoffs, Boise 24. Touchdown to Warren, so stupid. I'm going in order.
Yeah.
Touchdown to Warren, so stupid. Oh, damn. Second touchdown to whoever this cat is, so stupid. He be running because he feel like it, but he don't really need to.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, this third touchdown to Warren is so stupid.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm talking about ball placement in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Back corner of the end zone. Wide receiver got maybe a step to get out. He put the ball to where the wide receivers can make NFL-level catches.
Right.
What I mean by that, right, is he gives you enough room to make the catch and get 2 feet down.
Right.
I think that's super important. Some cats will miss on those throws.
Yep.
Like Klubnik and Ty Simpson will lead you and hit Pam Olive on the sideline or something. You know what I mean? Aaron Andrews getting hit on the sideline. Right. I saw Allar, especially in this game. He hit Warren in the back of the end zone by the goal post, 2 feet down. The first touchdown was in the back right corner, 2 feet down. He doesn't always have that touch, Brian, but I feel like the touch that he misses on is like when he's kind of rushed a little bit. But when his feet are planted, he got big boy touch. 30 yards down the field on the sideline or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, Drew Allar. Notre Dame, he letting Nas down. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It could be the big pressure of the game.
No, yeah.
Notre Dame defense got to him a little bit, but Notre Dame 24, he let Nas down.
Yeah.
But that was the only time I really feel like he let Nas down for real. Whatever Notre Dame did that year, they got him pretty good. I wasn't a big fan. I'm unbiased right now. He's my best quarterback out of this group, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You feel me? But the majority of what I saw, it could be a big game thing. It could be a big game versus certain talent.
That's what you got to talk about.
Because Boise was a big game.
Right.
But Boise was mostly led by Genty on the other side.
Right.
It ain't like they had a whole bunch of dudes on defense running around.
Sure.
Notre Dame had a lot more dudes on defense running around. So maybe the more quality defense in the bigger moment got to him a little bit. But maybe you can work on that. Maybe he need more reps with that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can, you know what I'm saying? But he's played in his fair share of big games just by being Big Ten guy.
Yeah.
Ohio State, he's running to Oregon a little bit here or there, Brian. So he's been in these games. Iowa, when they were considered, like back in 23 or something.
Iowa's defense is usually pretty good.
It's normally tough to deal with.
Yeah.
Brian, this whole quarterback class can be up and down. It can be weird.
Sure.
But versus his peers, his ability, his arm talent, size, his composure, the big games that he's played in. I know Notre Dame kicked his ass, but he got some games versus Ohio State, some rivalry games versus Ohio State. The playoff game, you know what I'm saying? He's played in these games. His ability to make these big boy throws matter to me.
Yeah.
So when I talk about Beck in 24, when I talk about Nussmeier 24, when I talk about all these guys are better in 24 than 25.
Yeah. The
common theme in my stack is the big moments and can you make these big ass throws? I ain't a check down Charlie type guy.
Yeah.
So Ty Simpson got a little work to do compared to his peers here.
Right.
But I got Drew Allar as my third quarterback right now. I got a 3rd round grade on him. He's currently behind Nussmeier. I'm wrestling with that, but I got Nussmeier higher. I think Nussmeier played better competition more, and Nussmeier made more, like his hires were much higher.
Sure.
His hires were much higher. And I think like Nussmeier kind of running around extending plays was a little better in 24. Allar, who I would say was better in big games, whether it be Ohio State's or the Oregons or the playoffs, not
the Oregon game was good.
Like not counting Notre Dame or whatever. I thought Allar had more big games and he was better in most of them. I think the potential upside of Nussmeier is higher than Allar.
Yeah.
But I like both these guys, Brian. Go ahead.
I think you did a great job on this player. And I went in with the expectations was I don't really know who this guy is.
Yeah. I ain't know him. I don't know none of these guys. I hate watching quarterbacks.
No.
So we all watch them together.
6'5", 228. Like back in the day, like scouts, the older guys like me, this is what this is the kind of guy we were looking for.
Big guy, big arm.
Yeah, big guy, big arm. And it was, the feet, the mobility are good enough for this guy. But you watch the velocity that he throws the football. You watch how he commands. He'll drop back in the pocket. He'll take that snap. He's gonna locate, and if he has to throw it between two defenders that are convergent on the play, he could absolutely do that. He could stand on the right hash, throw it all the way to the left sideline, or left hash all the way to the right. He could throw the ball down the middle. He makes a lot of throws. You'll see some occasional screens and touches and things like that are kind of you're kind of positive. Okay, that's okay. But where he is going to make his money is putting that ball down the field.
Yeah.
We talk about some of these quarterbacks that are intermediate throwers, underneath throwers. This guy, the way he plays, he stretches the field. I really, really do like this guy a lot. I also have him in the third round. I do have him behind Nussmeier. Yeah. I do have him ahead of Simpson. I think there's elements to this guy's game that you could take him, and with like that arm talent, you can make something good. You could have an offense that will attack people down the field with this guy. Yeah. I like him a lot. I didn't know what to expect, but I was really, really surprised of how well. I'm thinking, big 6'5" guy, maybe slow, maybe no. But Voch is right. Ball off hand, it is whistling when he's throwing it. And I think he's a big, sturdy guy. I like this guy a lot. I do. I put him ahead of Simpson, like I said, third round grade.
Yeah. Let's do the Carfax here for Taylen Green.
Yeah.
Of Arkansas and Boise State. Over 4 years, 25 starts.
Yeah.
But he has 42 games of over 15 throws.
Yeah.
So I wonder what happened there. But they got him down for 25 starts. Mm-hmm. But hey, 42 games is a lot. 22 wins, which ain't a whole bunch, but cool. 59 touchdowns and 35 picks. That's getting close. That's out of the 1-to-2 ratio that Parcells likes, and we got another big boy, 6'6", 227. Now, Bryan, this was one of the guys you liked, and you liked him a little more than me.
Yeah.
I got him down in the extras, but that means like he's probably gonna be more of a 6th round type of guy for me. But you tell us about Taylen Green from Arkansas and Boise State.
Yeah, I really do. I got this guy in the 4th round,
gotcha.
and I tell you, and it's not because of the 4.37 he ran at the combine, or the fact that he is 6'6", 217 pounds, or the fact that you can watch him escape. You watch the Texas game, you watch LSU, you watch Texas A&M.
I got him at Ole Miss too.
Yeah, he is moving around. There is this, when you watch him play, that long, rangy. This is a guy that puts a lot of pressure on defenses, and he puts pressure on you because of his legs. I think this guy throws the ball better than some of these quarterbacks we've seen in the past that are kind of dual threat guys. He's got a little bit of this to me, and this is showing my age. If you guys have ever seen Randall Cunningham play for the Philadelphia Eagles, if you watch the big, tall guy that's got the legs and the hips are going one way, the upper body's going the other, he's kind of manipulating things in the pocket, a little bit of a buggy whip arm. It kind of goes long, and then it kind of whips through. I think there's this guy can generate some velocity throwing the football. I think he's got some touch in certain situations. I think that, to me, where he lacks from the others is maybe his ability to process and read and stuff like that. I think that could be a little bit of a problem. But what I do know is this guy's a football player. And when you put a guy like this, like in the 4th round, which I have done, I'm looking for traits. That day 3, give me traits, give me the guys, give me the quarterbacks that can move around, get by an extra time. I've seen this kid run to his left, square up, make throws. We see Dak Prescott. If you follow the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott will get his shoulders around and throw on his left just as well as he can throw on his right. I think that Taylen Green is that kind of player. I love the measurables. I love the fact that he could threaten as a runner. I love the fact that you can develop him as a passer. It might take a little bit of work, but there's so many traits with this guy. And listen, if he picks up the processing part of things, I think this guy could be a really, really good quarterback, though, and can help somebody just because of the mobility, the arm talent. If we get the football stuff down, the mental stuff down, to be able to read and all that, I think you got one that you could absolutely win football games with. And
the processing stuff is huge for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do
His
think
throwing style is really unorthodox.
It's strange.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If the days of Randall Cunningham, and I call it a buggy whip, his arm would go back and then it's this real long throw motion. A lot of guys have this real short throwing motion. His is really long, and the way he generates the velocity on that. So, yeah. I like this kid a lot. I do. I just feel like his talent. You just don't see guys come along with that kind of ability to make people miss, but throw the ball well enough. I think someone's gonna get him on their roster, and they're gonna tighten up some things with him. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see this guy starting in the NFL in the next 2 to 3 years.
Man, I think it's about, are you floor guy or are you ceiling guy?
Sure.
I make this comparison all the time. I think that's the biggest indicator of how you're going to rank somebody.
Sure.
I'm big floor dude.
Yeah.
I love a high floor. What can you be right now? That's what matters to me most.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong. And honestly, I don't think Taylen Green has a lot of improvement to make because his legs.
But you feel like he's at the best he could be right now because
I don't think so. No. His athleticism does give him a high floor.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot more room processing wise to get better. Like, for example, I don't think Ty Simpson got a whole bunch of room to grow.
No, I don't either.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Beck got a lot of room to grow.
I don't see that either.
I think Allar got some growth. I think Nussmeier got a ton of growth.
Mm-hmm.
Just processing work.
Sure.
So when I see Taylen Green, with his athleticism, he doesn't have to be the passer that some of these other guys are.
Right.
Because his weapon is you can't tackle me for real. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't chase me and you can't tackle me. And I have this element of like read option in my game and all this kind of stuff. And that's going to make teams take a defender out of the coverage aspect to want to keep eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? So all Taylen Green needs is a coordinator that's going to put him in good hands.
Right.
He probably can't use the most complex of playbooks, but in modern NFL, a lot of these guys can't.
Okay, and I'm digging what you're saying here. When you start to compare about guys with like him, or remember when Malik Willis,
Jalen Hurts, all those.
Okay, guys. Willis coming out of Liberty. How about Trey Lance? I mean, not that tall, maybe not that kind of guy. Trey Lance was taken extremely high.
Dominic Thompson Robinson. What's his name? What's his face? Yeah.
See, these kinds of guys, though, I think with this guy, like I said, I think someone's going to take advantage of his. Mm-hmm. I don't think Arkansas put him in the best situations.
That's not a good program to do.
Well, I mean, and listen, hey, Bob Petrino, it was they had a situation. They were a 500 team. They fired the coach. Bob Petrino takes over as an interim. You think he's an offensive coordinator. It's a lot of this RPO stuff. It's a lot of running stuff. But I think this guy can throw the ball better.
I think that'll benefit him, though.
Yeah, I think he can. I think somebody could tailor an offense around this guy, and I think you could win with it because of just the fact of his ability to escape. Mm-hmm. His ability to escape problems. How many big plays have we seen in the National Football League now? With guys to making those second, third guys, extending plays the way they do.
Sure.
I am a lot higher on him than most.
Let's go.
I am.
And honestly, while he's developing at quarterback, I want to throw his ass passes though, Brian.
No.
I'm trying
You
to get him involved.
You pulling a Chris Mortensen here and going to make him a who was it? It was Bill Polian. Did Bill Polian want to make our guy Lamar Jackson want to make him a wide receiver?
He did. Yeah. I just think, one, Lamar Jackson is a better passer of the football there. Polian's wrong there.
Yeah.
But I think this dude, like, his size is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's like, what, 6? I just said he's
6'6", 217.
He's humongous, Brian. You know what I mean? So while he's learning how to throw the ball, let this dude catch some jump balls and see what happens. Hey, look, if we at
he's
camp,
a good athlete, man.
If we at camp, I'm putting him at fullback, tight end, just to see some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Russell Wildcat and all that. I like him. I ain't gonna take long for these next two guys, bro. I'm just gonna, let y'all know. I watched Cade Klubnik.
Boy, if anybody fallen by the Wade side more than Cade Klubnik.
Cade Klubnik of Clemson.
Clemson.
Over 4 years, got 40 starts, okay? 26 wins, 73 touchdowns, and 24 interceptions. That's okay. 6'2", 207. Got another one of these cats that's kind of light in the rear. But
yeah. Actually got him at 6'1", 207.
Either way, it don't matter.
I'll make sure of that. I got my combine numbers today, but go ahead. Please
correct me, please.
Please talk.
Duke 25, Syracuse 25, Penn State 25, and I believe I got mad and just cut it off at that point. Duke 25, some big throws early. Yeah. Tight windows, medium throws early, and then he turned into a hero for some reason. What that mean? Ball. Oh, he bailed out a lot. Mm-hmm. I saw Klubnik not see what was going on and just kind of bail out. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a common theme throughout a lot of these games. If you can get him in coverage, you got it.
You got it. 6'2". You're right. 6'2", 207. Yes, sir.
If you can trip him up in coverage and put a little pressure in his face, he'll bail out and stop looking downfield altogether. Or he'll close his eyes and run, and he'll just throw it down there without looking. Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like sometimes. Yeah. Syracuse 25, a ton of passes off target. Mm-hmm. Behind his court. And look, this takes it back. Brian, you remember we was watching Antonio Williams, the wide receiver at Clemson. We was like, man, I just wish his passes were a little more in front of him. Sure. Give him a little. Okay, we see where we at. Passes be too high, too far in front of him, too far behind. When he misses his first read, he's bailing out again. And he's trying to improv. Yeah. The difference is he's not as good at improving, and he doesn't have the arm talent to really take advantage of it. So going back to Allar, because I had to watch Allar at this point, right? When Allar bails out and he flicks it, he'll flick 40 yards downfield while he's bailing. Klubnik doesn't have the arm talent to run and drive it downfield in that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Plus, when you hit him, it looked like you hurting him worse than what it is because he's a little small. When he misses the first read, he bails and tries to improv, but he's not good at improving. Yeah. I watched Penn State 25, and they kicked his ass terribly. Yeah. I believe that was the
bowl game.
That was a bowl game.
Pinstripe game.
Brian, they kicked his ass so bad, Brian. Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm sick of this Cade Klubnik kid. That wasn't the last game I watched. But I think the more I kind of jumped around, right, just kind of, let me look at this game a little bit to see. Let me look here and see. Mm. And it was like the better the team got, the more weird Klubnik got.
Yeah, the thing that he struggles with, his mechanics are really poor.
They're all over the place.
His feet are just, it's so hard. Again, 87-year-old dad scouting and girlfriend scouting. We're sitting there watching, and dad goes, why is his feet never set?
And he doesn't have the arm talent to be bad mechanic guy.
That's what, I mean, it's weird to watch him play because I think that, listen, he will throw the ball into some harm's way, and I don't think he's talented enough, arm talent-wise, to be that guy. I think there's some athletic ability to his game. I think the poise and his mechanics are his biggest problems. And, he misses a lot of open throws. And when he's out of rhythm, he's not one of these guys when he's off platform that he makes a lot of great throws. Mm-hmm. That was a big, big problem. So face of pressure gives him problems. You can't extend the plays like you would like. You're going to have to be able to extend plays in the National Football League. And I don't think this guy does it on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. The platform, when he's kind of like when he's going through progressions, it's really not. He's kind of moving, drifting, and then he realizes what he has to do, and then his feet are all out of whack, and he's trying to throw the football. So, I just think he's got below average field vision, and I didn't think that when teams were disguising on him, this was a problem for him. But he was a much better player in 24. The whole Clemson team. I mean, you could go from the top to the bottom to the coaching staff. That was a highly disappointing season for the Clemson Tigers. Yeah. But I have him down in the others. Yeah. I would not draft him if I was recommending for a team.
I was being a coward and had him in the fives, but you're right, Brian. He probably is another. He probably is. Yeah. Okay. Got one more guy that's kind of leading the others here.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most other out of everybody in the others. For
Mm-hmm.
me, right? Jalon Daniels.
Yeah.
Of Kansas. He been at Kansas for a while, Brian.
Been there for a while.
Over 5 years. I think he got like another year that just don't count or whatever.
Yeah.
But 36 starts.
Mm-hmm.
But he got 40 games over 15 passes. So
right.
Cool. These are just the Parcells facts. 19 wins. Not enough. 67 touchdowns to 31 picks. That's a ton of picks.
Mm-hmm.
That's a ton of picks. That's like half. Well, I guess that checks out for Parcells, but just looking at it on paper, damn. That
doesn't sound right, does it?
31 picks is a lot. Over 4 years.
Uh-huh.
6'1", 219. Kind of little. Kind of little. Now, Brian, the first line of my report and the last line of my report. Nah, man.
Camera 4.
Hey, dog. I was looking at Jalon Daniels, bro. This is Phil Collins. You know? I was looking at Jalon Daniels, bro, and Brian. I just said no. I just started watching this film. I started going down some plays, Brian. I was just like,
yeah,
it's not it neither. It's not it neither. And
one of my favorite times of the day.
I saw him throw the ball to the other team, and it wasn't even like a tight window or nothing. It was just like,
sure.
I'm just throwing it to the other team, Brian.
Sure.
He misses wide open guys too. And it's the problem with him using his legs. I watched Taylen Green first.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, now I'm ungrateful about his legs.
Yeah.
now I'm ungrateful.
Taylen Green will do that to you.
Now I'm ungrateful. Because Jalon Daniels does have some ability to run around and scramble and extend play. I'm trying, Brian. Yeah. And extend plays. Yeah. The arm just ain't there.
Yeah.
The processing just ain't there. Throwing the ball to the other team, not throwing the ball to his guys, throwing the ball to the ground, getting himself sacked. That happens a lot, Brian.
Yeah.
And the more I'm watching it, bro, I'm just like, man, put me back on 4. Nah, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah. Like, when I get excited, like you heard how excited I was about Drew Allar.
Yeah.
And I said, man, in Penn State, in Oregon, the Boise game, Brian. I'm watching Daniels, and I'm not even taking notes at this point because I'm just like, nope.
Yeah. I think this guy is a better athlete than he is a passer.
Yeah, give him his due, Brian, because I can't.
Yeah, I saw him in the East-West game, and I think there was some decent snaps in that. But I have him as an other. I always enjoy Phil Collins. Phil Collins is one of my favorite. Genesis is one of my favorite groups.
What did he do in the Shrine game?
He had some where he was doing. He was. All right.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Shout out to the Shrines game. Thank you for letting me have the opportunity to broadcast from the Shrines game.
I got you, man. My fault.
Yeah, appreciate you. I think that to me that the vision is just average. I think he forces some throws into some no-win situations. I really do. I think he's got a poor feel for range. I think when he's trying to read safeties, the footwork, I think these are all things that are kind of problem. I think he's inconsistent hitting the intermediate zones and stuff. Yeah. He's got disappointing, for a guy that runs around and throws the ball, he's got some disappointing accuracy, for a guy that throws balls on the move like that. You mentioned 6'1", 219. I'll say it again. I just think he's a better athlete than he is a passer. I don't see a lot of redeeming qualities for him as a quarterback. Yeah. So I do have him in the others. I'm going to let somebody else be a hero there. And if it works out, good for you. If it doesn't, then we'll see you down the road somewhere else. But I just didn't think there was enough there to want to draft this kid.
Anything else you have positive that's not related to athleticism?
I think you were a little hard on the arm talent, but I know I was going to see Phil on that one. I think he does have enough arm talent for some vertical throws. I just don't think there's a lot of accuracy with those throws.
That's the problem. After watching Drew Allar make plays
No, I mean, Drew Allar is literally ripping it between two. This is going to sound crazy for me. Brett Favre in a game against Cincinnati one time very early in his career, Mark Ingram was the receiver, and there was 2 Cincinnati safeties driving on the ball, and there was just like the smallest of windows, and Favre let that ball go, and I saw Ingram would just put his hands up. And the ball was whistling, and the 2 Cincinnati defenders collide, and Mark Ingram catches the ball for a touchdown, and I'm like going, it's one of those no, oh yes,
yeah.
And I think Allar. I think he's.
Allar. I thought somebody Daniels did something.
No.
Daniels ain't do shit like that.
No.
Okay,
I'm talking about Allar.
You're talking about Drew. Okay,
Allar throwing that ball. I mean, that's why I got him in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
He is athletic enough, but man, it's the way that the ball comes off his hand that gives me the hope that someone's going to take this guy. They're going to work with him. I wouldn't be surprised again in 2-3 years this guy is a starter for somebody.
Man, Brian, you had me scared for a second.
Did you think I was talking about Daniels?
I thought you were saying Jalon Daniels made a Brett Favre type play.
No, that's Allar made that kind of throw.
I ain't trying to be mean to nobody, but
no, man, we're just being but hey, we'll if in fact that it works out, I just like I said, him. There was when these quarterbacks, you got to look for some traits and things like that. I mean, Carson Beck bothers me. His kind of his demeanor, the way he carries, the way he carries himself. It worries me a little bit. But I tell you that Allar, that was a very good surprise evaluating him. I didn't think that was going to be the case. I've watched a few Penn State games, but to study him throw after throw after throw the way he is. I think he's going to be a good quarterback for somebody. I really do.
Real fast, won't have too long, but is Drew Allar this year's Will Howard? Because I think about how surprised I was with Will Howard last year.
See, that's I
was pleasantly surprised.
I think Will Howard's really good. I don't know what Pittsburgh's waiting on. Seriously, I mean, I know it's Aaron Rodgers and. Man, if Mike McCarthy's smart, he'll get that kid ready. I mean, everybody's talking about you could take somebody at 21. What are they talking about? Ty Simpson at 21?
That's crazy. Pardon me. Excuse me. That's crazy.
I mean,
look, all this Jalon Daniels talk.
He just got you a little tired.
I drunk a Celsius before I came up here. I ain't sleeping.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're, I'd go ahead and try and get Will Howard ready. Will Howard made a lot of really quality throws at Ohio State. Listen, they've got great players, great offensive line, great running game. Somebody had to take the snap and throw the damn ball to him.
Yeah.
That kid threw it. With a pro coordinator working with him. So, if you gave me a choice between the two, and I think I had Will Howard in the 3rd round last year.
Yeah.
I think I would take Drew Allar over Will Howard.
It's been interesting, man. Pittsburgh took Will Howard in the 6th round. I think that's crazy.
It's crazy.
I looked it up. Howard got a hand injury in training camp. That's why
that set him back.
That's why we didn't see nothing from him. But I stand on the player.
I think the player's outstanding.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Please. NFL is a Strange Lady shirt. It is live right now, limited edition. And there is a countdown. I'll be damned. All right, cool.
There it is, right there. How about that?
So there you go. You got 24 days, 11 hours. Is that the draft time?
Yeah, we got the different. Yeah, that's drafting right there. Yeah,
all right, so cool. So we running this John to the draft. So we appreciate y'all's support. And
grab you one of these, man.
Grab you one.
Everybody's always asked me about it, Voch. They said, "Oh, you need to put that on a T-shirt." Well, here you go. We got it. Crown Global Media.
It's on the shirt. Knock yourself out.
Please buy a bunch of them. I got to pay Voch a lot of money to do this every day.
That ain't even. That's true. Y'all, look, man, support.
Yeah.
Get a notebook, get a hat, a tumbler.
We appreciate the support too, watching too, and the subscriptions and all that.
Watching, hitting like and subscribing and all that. We keep breaking subscribe records, please.
Real quick too, and thanks to Foot's the King for having me on last night. Check out Foot's fine work as well, please.
Shout out to Foot's the King on YouTube. Brian was there last night. Foot's bothered the hell out of me, so I'll be there Thursday. So I'll go over there. I'll just hop on that because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, where to find everything else is all on crownglobalmedia.com. Crownglobalmedia.com. The link to everything is there, so you can find everything pretty easily there.
Good luck today getting that workout from Tennessee. I think you'll find that workout. Somebody will have some workout video for you.
Brian being funny, but
good luck.
Brian, if I do find it, I'll send it to you. Actually, I do think I have friends
You do.
I don't know if they was allowed to record.
Somebody's got to have this damn workout.
I'll find some video.
I'm gonna call a team and get the workout from Tennessee.
I'll find some video. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We love y'all to pieces. He's Crown Global Media on Twitter, and I am Voch Lombardi, and we'll catch y'all next time. Crown. Man, that logo fade hard.